In this tutorial, I'll show you how to make an animated GIF using Blender and GIMP. The graphics I'm using are from Kenny. The links are in the description. The keys I'm using are in the bottom right corner of the viewport. You'll need to enable the Import Images as Planes add-on. I'm using sprites for this tutorial, but this will work with any type of animation as long as you render it as a PNG sequence. In top view, I import the background I'll be using, making sure to rotate and scale it properly. In the Properties panel, under the Viewport tab, I activate Lock Camera to View. I then select the camera and clear the rotation with Alt-R and location with Alt-G. I then enter camera mode with 0 on the number pad, or you can click on the camera icon on the right side of the viewport. I move the camera so I can see the background. I also move the background down along the Z-axis so it won't overlap the sprites. For the animation, you will need to enable the Animation Anim All add-on. I temporarily hide the background layer. I import the sprite sheet while in top view and scale it up. I split the viewport and open the UV editor. In edit mode, I scale the sprite sheet on the y-axis by 0.2, which is 20% of the height since there are 5 columns. I scale the sprite sheet along the x-axis by 0.1 since there are 9 rows. I scale down the UV so it fits around the first sprite of the walk cycle. I split the viewport again and open the dope sheet. I open the Animal panel and choose UVs for the selection. On frame 1, I click on Insert to insert a keyframe. On frame 3, I move the UV to the second sprite and insert a keyframe. I repeat this process for all 8 sprites. I change the end frame to 15. In the animation workspace, I set up my camera and lights. Under the Render Properties tab, under the Film panel, I make sure to enable Transparent. Under the Materials tab, in the Settings panel, I set the Shadow mode to None. I unhide the background and move it into place. And in top view, I scale the character as needed. When I play the animation, the sprites are just sliding between the frames. To solve this problem, I open the graph editor and select all the frames. I then use the T key to open the keyframe interpolation menu and choose constant for the interpolation. I reopen the dope sheet. In top view, I select the background and insert a keyframe for location. On frame 15, I move the background to the left and insert a keyframe for location. Under the Output Properties tab, I select the folder where I want the animation to be stored. I'll use the PNG format and render the animation. I open GIMP and start a new file. I drag in the PNG files and then delete the default white layer. If I turn off the layers, and then turn them back on one by one, I can see the character move. I'll save the GIMP file for a backup. To save a GIF, I need to export the file with the GIF file extension. In the Export Options window, I turn off the GIF comment and activate As Animation. I change the delay between frames to slow the animation down. I'll use 150, but you may need to choose something different. I also check Use Delay entered above for all frames. Then I export the GIF. If you have a request for a tutorial, a question, or a comment, feel free to leave a comment below the video. If you're interested in learning more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.